Welcome to my channel. How y'all doing? This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, episode 12. A hairy situation review, bitch. This episode cracked me up in a lot of ways, and as we talk about this, I'm gonna let you know why. The first scene starts off with Eva memory loss and her husband Mike, because Eva always forgets shit. She don't remember half the stuff she shouldn't have. She don't remember what she ate for breakfast. She don't remember her last name. She don't remember which toothbrush she used. She always has amnesia when somebody put her on the spot. But she's out here. She's bringing up the fact that Candy is basically being the bone collector now. Candy's messy as fuck. She's been messy this entire season, and it's not a good look for her. I don't know if she's trying to transition from being the person who talks like this, like she's singing all the time, and I don't know, like that, to being the bone collector Sheree. Maybe she's trying to make sure Sheree don't come back ever. So she's trying to take her place, but she's not doing a good job of it, because it's like, to me, it's not as cleanly done as Sheree does it. It's just making her look messy, and I don't like that it's making her come off this way. It's not a good look for her. But Eva's talking to her husband, and she brings this up, saying that you will get everything that you say will be used against you in the Candy court of law, and she's gonna have to basically start watching herself, because Candy's going around bringing shit up to Porsha. The problem is, it's not that Candy's bringing shit up to Porsha that you said. The problem is when it is brought up, bitch, you don't admit to what you say. You keep having these moments where you're like, I didn't say that. It didn't happen. They're flashing back and we're seeing it. If you don't want Candy to repeat it, bitch, don't say it. And at the same time, you and Porsha were cool. You were supposed to be helping Porsha Dish Nation while she was grieving her relationship, and you were supposed to do it as a friend. But instead, here you are talking about her behind your back. What do you think that Candy's gonna do? Candy's gonna go back and tell her, because Porsha's out here saying how great of a person you are to have helped her out in the first place. Bitch, you looking two-faced. Anyway, she brings this up to Mike. Mike is not there to observe how the scenario happens. Obviously, he's going to go with his wife. In the same scene to discuss their daughter, Marley. Marley is a McCall. She has that man's face. She looks like he literally spit, and that's who he came out with. She looks exactly like that man. And Eva apparently has had several issues with him, because apparently he does a lot of erratic things. Abuse is one of them. There's a restraining order against him. There's so many alleged accusations that's come about with him that makes her feel like he's not a good person to be around the daughter. She has full custody. She has a restraining order. And now she's basically trying to erase this man from her life. And that's the part where I have a problem with. We are not getting the secondhand information of on McCall's side to let us know what his opinions are. We're only getting Eva on national television telling people how crazy he is. And he does some crazy shit. Like, he just did an Instagram post with something trying to mimic Eva's son. And I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke or something, but it was a way to get her attention, to make sure she knows that he's seeing what she's saying on TV, and that he's basically trying to get at her and say, I'm watching. But she said that even when the court ordered him to see the child, he wasn't around. The thing is, there's a lot of negative things that Eva has to say about this man that she chose to have sex with, that she chose to give birth, have a child with. She left him when the girl was 2 months old, and she kept the baby away from him ever since then. Maybe she did it for her, the baby's protection. However, there can't be all bad things in that man for you to have spent time with him and had a child with him. The fact is, she's trying to erase this man from this girl's existence, to where she don't even get the choice of choosing whether she wants her dad in her life or not. You as a mother are making the decision for her, and he is a part of her. So if he's these horrible things, what's your daughter? That's how I'm looking at it. Is you can't, it's like a divorce situation. Both parents got something bad to say about each other. Oh, he did this to me. Oh, she did this to me. He's evil as fuck. He's da-da-da-da-da. But y'all made a child together at some point. And that child is a part of the person that you're dogging out. What is your child going to say when they see you doing all of this? Keeping them away, not giving them the option to figure out based on their intelligence if this individual is somebody they want to be in their life. Yeah, you can protect your child. You don't want your child around somebody that's going to harm him, clearly. But she's going so far as to change her last name. So her identity of who she is going to a different person, because she says that Mike is the one who's been raising the daughter this whole time, and he's the one who petitioned to change her last name because he's been raising the daughter. But you have a restraining order against him, so it's not like he can actually come and see his daughter. So it's like there's certain aspects of the story that I don't like. I obviously want Eva to stay safe. I want her to protect her daughter. If it is something that this man is doing that it really could be detrimental or dangerous or hurtful, she could really kill, all that stuff, I don't know. But what I don't want her to do, if this is the case, is to use bitterness and anger to erase this man completely. Because at some point, I feel like Marley is going to grow up and she's going to go seek him out. Let's be real. If somebody is your child, biologically, they're eventually going to go and seek you out because they want to know for themselves. And at some point, she's going to want to give the girl the opportunity to make a choice for herself. That's just the closure that she's gonna need. That's just what I'm saying. Anyway, we got Candy, Porsha, Marlo, Tanya meet up at this massage spa treatment type situation. Porsha decides to bring up the cheating conversation when Kenya was running her mouth at dinner, basically saying that she thought that they were talking about her and Dennis. She's like, oh, this is about me. But when Porsha kept saying, oh, this one is beautiful, this one is beautiful, she just kept stressing, and this person is beautiful, which the bitch was not. The Cookie Monster, she was not beautiful, bitch. She was not ugly either, but she was not compared to Tanya. That's the one you're gonna call beautiful. Say she's better than Tanya, bitch. Bye. You are full of shit. That girl is not that pretty, so calm it down. But anyway, she's bringing it up, and Porsha says, well, I thought she was talking about me. But after she kept talking, well, I was like, she ain't talking about me. Then Tanya talks about it, and we didn't know at this point that Cynthia may or may not have told Tanya the truth and say, hey, Tanya, this is that we're talking about you this whole time. Porsha said that Tanya should have known that this is who you're talking about her. And Tanya even said that Kenya kept looking at her when she was saying what she was saying to the group. She was bringing this information to the group. Now, Tanya is not a fool. Okay, Tanya is going to keep a poker face in front of this people, and she's going to say that her and Paula are good, they're having a good relationship. She's not going to let Kenya's misery get in between it. At the same time, she made a comment that made her look dumb, that if we consider Paul going to this woman who, trying to get her cookies and shit while they're at the that cookie store, trying to get her number, buy her drinks, doing all this crazy shit, that's not considered cheating, bitch. I don't know what you talking about. That is cheating. It is. It's cheating. I don't know if you're trying to say this because you want to keep a straight face in front of the girls. You don't want to give them the satisfaction of thinking that you bother, and you damn sure don't want them to go back to Kenya and give her the satisfaction of feeling like the mess she created is working. That the misery that she's trying to bring into your relationship because she going through a hard situation of hers is working. But Tanya, bitch, that's cheating. Okay? So let's not be naive. It's cheating. Anyway, Tanya decides to deflect and said that she got a tea on Kenya. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, this is going to be good. You don't have to come for Kenya. Kenya is the queen of read. She's the queen of get back. If you're going to have somebody get her back, you better be good. No, this bitch pulls out a wig. She's to saying that, and Marla was eating it up too. She's trying to say that because Kenya has this hair line of natural hair, and Kenya does have long motherfucking hair. We've seen it. She has a naturally long hair, but why would she be wearing a wig is what she's trying to say. Bitch, we all have protective hairstyles. We black, okay? I have hair underneath this hair on my head, and if I choose to have protective hairstyles so I don't have to do my hair, go into a damn carnival, get up and try to put some grease in the middle on the scalp, comb it out, all these things that I have to do for maintenance purposes that we got to do for our hair. If I don't want to do that and just protect my hair, I can't have that choice. That's not a read, Tanya. You're going after Kenya, you have this, she gonna eat your ass alive, bitch. You're not gonna make it out alive. You might not even make it to the reunion. You might cry and go home and cry to Paul and just, be too scared to come out of, to light the day. Like, Kenya will get you good. And now you're making an enemy and you don't have much to give back. Marlo's reads are horrible, but Marlo at some point can stand her own. That read was not good. I don't know why she felt like, we clearly know that Kenya was trying to hide the fact that she had a wig. Not necessarily because she's embarrassed by it, but because she knows that Marlo and some girls might use the whole, you have a natural hair, Caroline, why you wearing a wig? Porsha is my spirit saying she does have long hair. Underneath that go naked wig, she has long hair. But to me, a wig is not a huge deal. If Kenya were, because I've seen her natural hair on Instagram and we've seen it come through her edges. She does have long hair. If she decides that she wants to wear a wig here today to make her hair look shorter, blonde, longer, whatever, she has that right. It doesn't mean that she's not using natural hair products to maintain what's underneath. So that was not a good read, Tanya. And you just opened up a can of worms because now you're being petty and she gonna eat your ass next episode. Kenya got you good. Then we got Marlo picking up the wig, trying to act crazy, put it on because she's excited to see that this, she's really eating it up. Marlo looked thirsty to find this out. For real, she did. The next scene we got Porsha at Porsha's mama's house with Sister Lauren. Porsha's mama is beautiful. Black don't crack. She's 50 years old. She is beautiful. And they're discussing the whole Dennis situation and Porsha going back to Dennis and the engagement being back on. And Porsha, it seems like when she's communicating with Lauren has more common sense than Porsha, because Lauren has more experience when it comes to being single, being a single parent, having to deal with infidelity. She has more experience in that regard. And she kind of knows that Dennis is this type of person that could possibly do it again. And Lauren ain't dumb. She's seen Dennis's mannerisms. You cheating on my sister while she's pregnant and you're doing all these crazy mess. And when they're having the dinner later on, I caught something that Lauren said. But I'll let y'all know as it goes. But Porsha's discussing this, and she's thinking that Dennis should meet up with the family and basically tell them his part. The next, we got Eva and Mike. The name change went through. I was happy for Eva because it seemed like she genuinely wanted Eva's daughter to, she wanted her daughter to now be Sterling too. She wanted the whole family to be Sterling, but I feel like she's living in a fantasy. She doesn't want any memories of her previous life with this man. And so she allowed her daughter's name to be changed so she can feel like she's part of it. She's a Sterling too, since he's been taking care of her. But at the same time, it erases Kevin from her mind, because now she doesn't need to hear the name McCall at all. She can build this entirely new family, this entirely new facade. And I'm happy that there's another man out there, because it's not easy for somebody to accept somebody else's responsibility as a parent. Children are not cheap. They're a lot of money. You have to feed them, take care of them. There are a lot of emotions that come along with it. Eva's daughter one day might come at Mike when she's a teenager talking about, you ain't my daddy, out of anger. And if he loves that girl genuinely, he's had her back, he's taken care of her, he's married Eva and her, and knows the part that he's supposed to play, and he's been supportive. So this name change thing was very important to Eva, and it seems genuine. So I was happy for her. At the same time, I'm a little bit skeptical, because I feel like this might come back to bite her in the ass with some of the things that she's done later on, when her daughter starts digging and wanting to know more and feeling like maybe she wasn't given the option. But I like that their family's put together, and I give Mike big ups for being able to step up and take care of the baby too. Then you got Cynthia, Candy, and Kenya meeting up for drinks and food. Candy walks in wearing some snakeskin, and she tells him that this motherfucker had the dumbass that she was talking about had the stupidity to go and be sleeping on a snake in his bed as if they're cuddling. Snakes are wild animals, bitch. They're not supposed to be pets. I don't know why people have these animals as pets. We've heard so many horror stories of snakes sneaking out their cage, trying to choke somebody. One of them choked the baby. Now this motherfucker sleeping next to this snake talking about, oh, he wasn't eating for a week. Took it to the doctor. The doctor said, well, he's sizing your ass up for his next meal. Snakes are not pets. I don't know why. It's like having a lion as a pet or a tiger as a pet. These are animals. They belong in the fucking zoo in the forest. Put them there. Don't sleep with them. But she's wearing a snake skin, and it's ironic because they had the whole snake age situation. And of course, Candy decides to be messy, being the bootleg bone collector that she is. And she decides to let Kenya know that Tanya brought the wig. And Cynthia lets us know in the confessional that she had already told Tanya after, I don't know if it was after the spa, but before this conversation, that she let Tanya know out of courtesy that that entire situation was about her. But she had the respect to pull Tanya to the side and tell her in private, not put that shit out from Front Street for everybody to have an opinion about her personal life like Kenya was trying to do to start shit. So Kenya decides that she clearly didn't want anybody to know about the wig. That's why she told Tanya to bring it and stuff. And that because Tanya did this and also brought up the whole IVF topic, she took a very personal, and now Tanya is on her bad list. So here's the thing. Kenya started this in the first place. Tanya invited you to her carnival. She treated you well. She was a good host, and you thought it was okay to put her business out there instead of talking to her in private. Now Tanya's upset and she's retaliating. But Kenya's gonna walk around saying that it's her fault and she started it. Kenya, girl, we're about your broken marriage. Kenya is passive-aggressively reacting right now. She's looking for other ways to let out her aggression because what's happening in her personal life is not working out. And she's now lashing out at other people whenever she can. She did not handle Tanya the right way. What she did was embarrassing. Tanya is not friends with Marlo. They're not besties. She's not close with a lot of these females. The person that she does try to build a relationship with or has was Nene. And you put her business out there. So she's mad and she did this, but I feel like Kenya's gonna whoop her ass with her words next episode and moving forward. Anyway, this was discussed, and Kenya now kept saying that she thinks that the cookie lady was bad in her. Lies. 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 Tell the truth and shame the devil, girl. She was not. Then we got name change party for Marley, now Sterling, and all the girls are there. They let Eva know that what had happened with Tanya and all this stuff, and Eva congratulates her and invites her to the petty party and lets her join them, and basically says, oh my gosh, all these happened while I wasn't there. Candy decides to say that she shared the wig topic with Candy's pissing me off. She's pissing me off. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm gonna cuss her ass out yet because I'm a fan of every person in this show. Let's just be real. But if somebody does something stupid, I will call them out on it. And after I'm done reviewing it, I go back home. But Candy's behavior through this season and just running her mouth and talking about people, it's too much. It's too far. It's doing too much. Let somebody else do it. Shit. Anyway, we got the next scene with Dennis and Porsha in Porsha house, and with PJ. They're about to prepare for their parents to come over and discuss Dennis's situation and what he did, because Porsha wants him to apologize. But even before the parents came, Dennis is talking about it ain't nobody's business. People shouldn't have been so involved. This is the type of shit that Dennis says that makes me know he's gonna do it again. This man is gonna cheat again. Okay, and I'm saying this because it seems like every time that it comes time for him to own up or really own up to what he did, Porsha has to coach him into doing or saying what he's supposed to do or say. And she's letting him know, when you say you're gonna marry me and our parents are involved, our family's involved, and you are on a fucking tabloid caught cheating, allegedly accused of cheating and shit, my family's obviously gonna want to protect me. They're gonna block your motherfucking ass because you put me in a mind state that a mother who just had a baby should never be in. And she's trying to explain this shit to him, and he's acting dumb like, well, it's not their business. They shouldn't have ever involved. Oh, shut up, Dennis. Shut up. He looks pregnant while he's even, oh, it pisses me off. Why, Porsha? Why him? Why? I feel like she could do so much better because this person, it's like she's teaching him how to act right. But Dennis goes to go eat, and the mom and Lauren show up, and they're ignoring the fuck out of Dennis. They're paying attention to the baby. They're giving him the cold shoulder. They don't want to have nothing to do with him. He's just looking lost. He's sweating, trying to wipe sweat off his bald ass head. Like, come on now. He's getting the point of how mad they are. So he's figuring out that he's going to have to humble himself and really do this the right way because they're not trying to fuck with him. They blocked his ass. Then he's sitting down and he says, First of all, I want to thank y'all for taking care of PJ and helping her out, because this wouldn't have been possible without your help, because obviously I wasn't around. And he now said, I want to apologize for what I did and, the cheating and stuff like that. But Lauren is my spirit, because she's not about to take this weak ass apology and not express herself. We expected more from you, Dennis. I told you what I went through. I told you what I've been through and how I don't want my sister to have ever experienced something like that. As a mom, we had to watch our daughter go through this after having a baby. You agreed to be a family man. You agreed to build a family, and you did this. So yes, I blocked your ass, because Dennis tried to say, I know that y'all were upset, but I didn't think you should have blocked me. The fuck? I don't want to talk to you. When you have my daughter, literally, when she's going through postpartum with the heartbreak and a child that she has to be able to love and not abuse, because some people go through postpartum, and what I know in my last job, there was some girl going through postpartum, that baby didn't make it, and you have her going through this headspace, and you want to sit up here and say, but you don't think it's right for us to block you. We don't want to talk to your ass because you're the one who caused you this grief. And for you to tell me how I'm supposed to react when you're the one that's the cause of all these pain tells me that you don't understand the gravity of what you have done still. And Porsha touches on his mama, saying that his mama didn't have a problem coming to tell her when she did something wrong, but she wasn't sure if she interfered when Dennis did something wrong. Dennis is his mama's food money. Dennis takes care of his mom. He has a lot of money. He's her ticket to survival in her old age. So she's not going to go and overstep her boundaries too much with her son. She's going to have her son's back no matter what, because that's her son. But I don't like parents who having your back does not mean not correcting bad behavior, especially when it's a man. They need to understand, as a man, if I have a son and my son comes to me, ask me to give him my blessing to marry a woman, right? And to support her and say, love her as a daughter-in-law, that this is who I want to be with. And I find out from that daughter-in-law who you asked me to embrace as my daughter, that you didn't went out and cheat on her. I don't care if you're my son, and I would have slapped your ass, slapped both cheeks so you can understand the gravity. Don't come to me and tell me you want to marry somebody, but you're still doing this bullshit. You can do all of this when you're single. I wouldn't say nothing. But if you want me to accept somebody as my daughter, basically love her as my own child, and you out here embarrassing me, making me seem like I got to raise your ass right, I'm not going to have your back like that, and I dare you to take the money away from me, motherfucker. I birthed you. That money still be in my account while I'm beating your ass for doing something wrong, because you deserve it. But it seems like Dennis's mother, according to Porsha, didn't really show any support for her. Like, she's a mother that just looks the other way. She said, when I found out what really happened, I got on Dennis. But Porsha's like, you didn't call me to say anything to me. I'm carrying, basically, I have your grandchild. I'm not in a good headspace. I have your grandchild. You could have called me to even console me or something. I didn't get any love from you, but you were quick to talk about a prenup when we try to get married. Like, it's stuff like this that makes me, because I see this a lot in our community. I'm not going to talk about any of the communities, because this is my community, what I know. A lot of African-American community, black communities and stuff like that, where when it's a male, you know what I'm saying, when it's a man, they do something like this, or they cheat, or they do something where it's abuse, there are some mothers out there who may have been single mothers when they raised them that don't really hold them accountable as their son. Some of them make excuses for them. That's even worse. You need to make sure that you let that man know. If you're going to raise him and let him know, it don't matter whether you're my son or not. I will support you and I will love you, because that's my job. I gave birth to you. But I'm not going to not really dig in and let you know that if you fuck up like this, you're going to hear from me too. And it's not going to be because my daughter-in-law is pissed off. It's because I raised you, and I expect you to show how I raised you through your actions. Don't embarrass me as a mother by going out there and doing something that's not as right, that's unrighteous. You're supposed to provide and protect your family. You gonna do this to her? I will cuss your ass out. I will sock you in your face. I'll probably slap you. I will probably go get a switch. And you still are going to keep taking care of me. I dare you. I'm not going to be afraid that you're going to cut my money off. Not to be honest with you and be a mother. Like, no, that's not right. But Dennis had to basically be walked through this apology because Porsha now told him, you did something to me. You did something to our family. This was something that affected them. And I want you to be aware that your actions don't just affect me. They affect all the people in our lives that we have involved in our household that are here to love us. And you need to understand. So then he starts crying because obviously he really gets to the point now and sees that what are you doing? This is not a therapy session. You need to understand what you're doing so you don't do this shit again. I feel like he's going to do it again. Because if I have to walk you through an apology, you don't get the gravity of the situation. But I feel for Porsha. I hope it works out. But this is my stance, and this is what I say. This is how I'm going to take it. I did see the previews of the next episodes to come where Nene tries to hog a loogie at Kenya, but we don't know if he actually connected, where Kenya insinuates that Tanya may be a cunt or whatever. We saw this coming up, and then we found out that Mike was a cheater. That's how his relationship ended. But now he's surrounded by all these females. So Cynthia might be with a man who might cheat on her ass too. Then we got Candy and her husband. She wants to start acting. He wants her to give that shit up. They're irritating the fuck out of each other. It's gonna be lit in the next few episodes that's coming because I can't wait. I want to see what's gonna happen. Anyway, please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Leave your comments below to let me know what you think, so I can, basically consider that when I do my reviews. Pay attention to some of the things that y'all might actually want me to see. Go ahead and check out my Love and Hip Hop New York review along with Miami. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.